From the women to the men, we take a look at the start list for the board relay final. Alexandra Headland and then 4 teams from Currumbin. With 4 sides in a 16-team final, you'd have to expect they'd be the favourites to go back-to-back.
Currumbin have a fantastic group of board paddlers down there this year under coach Michael King. You'd expect the A-team of Maynard, Saal and White to feature fairly heavily here.
But it's not just this year that they've been great board paddlers. It's a rich history of board paddlers at Currumbin. They've won board medals before. They've come so close in the board relays. A couple of seconds, a couple of thirds. This may be their year to break through, but none of these teams are going to hand it to them, that's for sure. Looks like Alexandra Headland, Jet Kenny, he's been in everything so far this morning on the yellow and white cowpat board, out in front. Looks like Michael Saul next to him. Here is Jayden ERSKINE from the B team at Currumbin as well, so he's got a lot of work to do if he wants to knock off the A's. So it's Alexandra Headland looking for the ski relay, board relay double, Currumbin, and of course Surfers Paradise, our round 1 board relay winner in 3rd. Luke Cuff, former world board paddling runner-up at the titles in 2014, will definitely be one to watch, but he's back in a tie for 7th place. So out in front, it's Alex, Surfers Paradise, Currumbin, Northcliffe and Southport, 4th and 5th. Jet Kenny to his right is Currumbin, and Michael Saul to his left is Nick Malcolm, and Surfers Paradise here. He's leading it out in front and showing him how it's done.
Oh, Jet Kenny's had a great paddle here off the beach, and we see the boys sitting beside the Jet here. They've made this arrow shape. They're riding his wash there as Saul makes the most of that inside.
It's all about the inside run at the moment. Cuff's back in 6th, and look at him lift the rating there around the outside. He knows he's got to go quick because he has to paddle further.
Oh, not what we're used to seeing from Luke Cuff here, stuck back, and we can see him getting held up by the boys that are in front of him in 4th and 5th.
Jayden ERSKINE there from Currumbin trying to get into the mix, trying to drag his team back into it. We see him there on the grey board, but out the back there is waves coming, there is runners coming, and these boys know how to use them. Laying down Jet Kenny, he lifts up the rating, he gets on his knees, the best board paddling position, but look at Bo Wheeler, the glowworm, comes up beside him and really makes the most of these runners. Nick Malcolm to the top of your screen, he knows something the rest of the field doesn't, and Michael Saul, look at these two go, the best in the business, the former US national champion at the top of your screen, the former Australian bronze medalist on the blue board in the centre of your screen, and they've started to split this race wide open as Jet Kenny comes down a runner as well. So testing times for these guys. They've gone out and around the cans, the heart rate's through the roof, and they know they have 400 metres worth of paddling. They need to get to the beach as quickly as possible and hand it over to their teammates.
We saw those boys that led around the cans, around the final can, as Luke Cuff comes down a good little runner there, joined by Sam Fuller. All the boys are on a wave, so a bit of a dial up there, Josh. These boys have joined the leaders now.
It is Sam Fuller from Southport, Luke Cuff, Bo Wheeler there from Northcliffe, Jet Kenny, Nick Malcolm, and it looks like Michael Saul. So all the clubs are in the mix, all the clubs from the Gold Coast except for Jet Kenny, the local boy from Alexandra Headland. He gets the shoulder in front, he gets out in front, and he says thank you very much. I'll hand off in front to James Porter, the round 1 Summer of Surf board race winner. Jackson Maynard goes in, Zach Orchard goes in as well, Mark BINT goes in, the former junior board paddling champion and the biggest man in the field from Southport, and he's already in the lead. Look at him, he doesn't even stop, he just crashes through that wave, he crashes through the next wave, and he goes to the lead.
He is a fantastic board paddler, and so is Jamo Porter. So these two are going to race hammer and tong to get themselves around these cans to give their next paddler, their 3rd paddler, Alex Wright for Alex. I don't know who it'll be, maybe Pierce Leonard from Southport, the advantage.
There will be a cracking final leg, but just as Jet Kenny did, out in front James Porter goes, and the rest of these teams at the back of the field having to negotiate. Whoa, looks like Newport just cops one there, so you don't want to be at the back and copping waves. We're on board with Mark BINT from Southport. Such long arms, it makes such a difference if you've got range in your stroke, doesn't it?
Well, what we'll see from Binty with his size and strength and length is his length of stroke out the front will be longer than those other boys, allowing him to pull more water.
And that means he has to take less strokes, more efficient. He makes sure he'll have more in the back end of his race. A smaller man, Zach Orchard, has to take twice as many as Mark BINT, but they get it done the same way regardless. Zach gets his chin right down on the board there, nicknamed the board licker for obvious reasons there. So as he goes around the cans in 3rd place, it's still Alex out in front. Mark BINT BINT all over him, all over the top of him there. He doesn't mind getting in and getting physical. It's the first time we've seen him in the Summer of Surf this summer. He times his run to the Aussie titles with perfection, builds through the early parts of the season, makes sure he peaks for the championship events. So it's good to see him in the early rounds, Mark BINT. He really winds up. It looks like Mermaid Beach there. James Lacey comes up on his hammer as well. So the young guns really showing these older paddlers how it's done, and the waves loom on the outside. Will we see what we saw in the first leg, a wave that brought 5 or 6 teams through?
Yeah, we may see a wave come through, Josh, for these back markers, but it's the boys at the front end, the ones that get around the can first. They've got the first advantage of these little bumps on the way home, allowing them to try and extend their gap.
It's all about first to the can, first choice at the wave, and here it comes. Mark BINT pushes. We see how long and strong his strokes are, but they're coming from everywhere. They're coming on the right-hand side. They're coming on the left-hand side. Zach Orchard in the center is down it. Is he? He's pushing. Yes, he is. He leans back, takes a look across and knows he's in this race up to his eyeballs. On the right-hand side, it looks like Mark BINT's down one. James Porter's done his job. He'll hand off to young gun Alex Wright, but it is Zach Orchard from Surfers Paradise who is up first. Great board paddler. The boys are bunny hopping, trying to get out of that shallow water and get up and moving, but look at Zach Orchard go.
A huge paddle there, Josh, from Zach Orchard. He went in third. He's come out with a 50-metre lead over Jackson Maynard, Mark BINT, J-Mo Porter, other noted board paddlers.
And Wanderer in the mix as well. Hayden Allum's paddled his team back into it, but it's TJ Hendy who will go for Surfers Paradise. Hayden White for Currumbin. It looks like Pierce Leonard there, and Mitchell Allum will be chasing as well. So TJ Hendy, the man with the most famous name in surf life saving, the most famous father in surf life saving, and that's saying something with the likes of Jet Kenny, Jordan Mercer here. He will lead off for Surfers Paradise. It looks like Pierce Leonard's in the mix there as well. It's TJ Hendy out in front at the moment. Hayden White will be chasing hard. So our winners from round 1 of the Summer of Surf, Surfers Paradise, are looking to make it 2 wins from 3 rounds. And then it's all on here at the moment. Manly's in the mix. Currumbin B's in the mix. Alex Heads B is in the mix. Currumbin C's in the mix as well. So they're all going for it. This is Alex A. They're looking for a clean sweep of the team events so far. Young gun Alex Wright, only an under 19, but mixing it with the big boys.
Yeah, a lot of boys around him, a little bit older, a little bit more experienced, but Alex has got that speed to go with these boys. It'll be interesting to see how he goes at the back end.
And he's got enthusiasm on his side. We saw him take out a round of the Summer of Surf Ironman in a sprint up the beach last summer. Can he do it in the board relay? And Hayden White has gone past TJ Hendy like he is absolutely standing still. We saw a final leg effort in the women's board relay. Took it out for Currumbin. Will we see the same right here, right now in the men's event? Alex Wright battling away with Southport in 3rd and 4th place, but out in front it's Hayden White over the top of Surfers Paradise and TJ Hendy. They're going for it. Look at the rating from White. He's a smaller competitor, short arms. He's got to use his rating to his best advantage. We haven't seen him in many of the team events so far today. You'd expect more from him.
Yeah, he's had a bit of a rest. I think he had some trouble with an allergic reaction overnight, Josh. He's allergic to dust, I think, and Coach Michael King might need to get that boy a bubble.
Oh, the boy in the bubble, Hayden White. But he looks like he's all right at the moment, that's for sure. He had a rest this morning, and it doesn't seem to be playing too much of a havoc on him. So it is Currumbin, Surfers Paradise, and look at Alex Wright. Look at the rating. He's got those big monkey arms going there out in front of him, and he wants it bad. They've won the ski relay already on the home soil. They want the board relay as well, and Alex Wright wants to prove to his new club that he is the man for the job. Currumbin on the right-hand side, Surfers Paradise on the left-hand side, Alex and Southport in the middle. This is not over by any stretch.
Alex Wright's working on a little bump there. He won't get over it, but TJ Hendy's down it. So he's going to join Hayden White here for a run up the beach. We know Hayden White can run fairly quick. We've seen him dust a fair few people up the beach. He won the board relay at Aussies last year. He may do it again here at Alex.
And TJ's off first. He knows he's got to get up first if he's going to beat him. I think TJ's the dark horse for this one. He's got off, and Hayden White is not taking ground off him. He's not taking ground off him at all. TJ's around first, but he goes wide. A small stumble. White goes to the front. White goes to the front, and CURRUMBIN get back-to-back board relay wins. TJ Hendy not happy. He did everything right, but sometimes you just can't beat pure pace, and that's what Hayden White had. A huge paddle for Alex Wright, for Alex Heads to finish in third. Southport rounds out our top four with a great job there. And then we have Wanda and Mermaid Beach. That will be our top six. Taking a look at the final results, the slimmest of margins. White over Hendy there, 1 for CURRUMBIN. Surfers Paradise 2, Alex 3. Then we go a whole lot further down. A lot of these teams didn't get in the action. It was so quick on the front. Surfers Paradise B and then Northcliffe B.
Yeah, it was good. Just got off to a good start finally. And just got through the break and just sat on Jet Kenny's while she's so fast off the beach. And then just try to get a few runners coming home. And we managed to all pull the same wave. And these two guys are so good, I knew they'd bring it home for us.
That second leg, you move well.
Yeah, I know. I kind of felt good and just sat on the boys on the way out and just conserved a bit of energy, and then came home with the bumps. And that run leg's so important to get to that third paddle. It's a matter of metres in these races. So I just put my head down and ran as hard as I could and got Whitey off to a good start.
Nice paddle and even better run.
Yeah, I was trying to do a bit of hard work before so I didn't have to come down to a run, but it ended up being a sprint finish, and I was just lucky I had a bit more in the legs than TJ.